Hello and welcome to My India. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh. India is strengthening its global partnerships through active diplomacy and economic engagement. Recent high-level visits and business forums in New Delhi have highlighted growing cooperation in climate action, technology, and global peace, while also giving fresh momentum to economic and strategic ties with key international partners. As global geopolitics continues to evolve, India is strengthening its diplomatic outreach and partnerships worldwide. During a recent state visit, the President of Finland traveled to New Delhi and Mumbai with a high-level delegation and jointly inaugurated the 11th edition of the Mehsana Dialogue with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The visit focused on expanding cooperation in climate action, technology, sustainable development, and workforce mobility, while also exchanging views on key global challenges and the role of dialogue in resolving conflicts.
भारत और फिनलैंड दोनों रूल ऑफ लॉ, डायलॉग और डिप्लोमेसी में विश्वास रखते हैं। हम एकमत है कि केवल मिलिट्री कॉन्फ्लिक्ट से किसी भी मुद्दे का समाधान नहीं निकल सकता। यूक्रेन हो या पश्चिमी एशिया, हम संघर्ष की शीघ्र समाप्ति और शांति के हर प्रयास का समर्थन करते रहेंगे।
Today we discussed security issues in the region. We have conflicts in both regions, in West Asia and also, of course, in Ukraine. And for us, Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine has lasted for too long, 4 years. We agreed that ending the war is in everyone's interests. A lasting peace can only be one that respects the principles of the United Nations.
The visit highlighted the growing strength of the India-Finland partnership, especially in clean technology, sustainability, and innovation. It also reflected India's broader diplomatic outreach as it works with global partners to address shared challenges and promote stability and cooperation. Alongside strengthening ties in Europe, India is also expanding economic engagement with other key global partners. In New Delhi, business leaders from India and Canada met at the India-Canada CEO Forum to boost trade, investment, and strategic cooperation. Take a look. India and Canada share strong diplomatic ties, vibrant educational exchanges, and a large Indian diaspora in Canada. As global economic shifts reshape supply chains, both countries are looking to leverage their complementary strengths. India's fast-growing market and digital ecosystem, and Canada's advanced technologies and capital. At the India-Canada CEO Forum in New Delhi, leaders discussed cooperation in AI, quantum technology, clean energy, and defense, while also advancing agreements on uranium, critical minerals, and a comprehensive economic partnership.
We're advancing towards a Canada-India Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement with the aim to conclude by the end of this year. This ambitious agreement will reduce barriers, increase certainty, unlock opportunity for exporters, investors, and workers in both our countries with the aim to double trade by the end of this decade.
At the forum, industry leaders expressed optimism, noting that while governments create enabling frameworks, businesses must turn policies into real investments and partnerships. They also stressed the need for resilient and diversified global ties amid evolving geopolitical and trade landscapes.
It shows alignment, but I also believe very strongly in what Prime Minister Modi said. At the end of the day, The role of governments is to build the policy infrastructure, the trade enabling infrastructure from a policy perspective. But ultimately, it is businesses that need to get across that bridge. And we're excited about what's going on both here in India, but also in Canada, where we certainly would welcome Indian capital.
This is the starting of the new era where, given the kind of trade uncertainties that are happening globally, building resilience with building partnerships with countries, and especially with Canada, will build a sustainable economic and an innovative future for our country.
With a 50 billion trade target by 2030, stronger defense cooperation, and progress on a comprehensive economic partnership agreement, India and Canada aim to turn dialogue into results, with the India-Canada CEO Forum signaling a new chapter in their partnership. Startups are often linked with big cities and glass towers, but that story is changing. Across India, young innovators from small towns are turning everyday challenges into opportunities. In Assam, a group of youth has transformed a threat to local lakes into the foundation of a sustainable startup. This is Urpadbil in Assam, a vast wetland that looks stunning at first glance. But beneath the greenery lies a big problem: water hyacinth. This fast-spreading plant covers the water, harms fish, and disrupts the fragile ecosystem. But here's the twist. What was once a problem is now a solution. The plant is taken to a small production unit and turned into eco-friendly paper under the startup Kumbhi-kagaz, translated as water hyacinth paper. Founded by Rupankar Dar and Ankit Dar, the venture transforms water hyacinth into paper and stationery, supporting environmental conservation while creating new livelihood opportunities.
हम लोग थोड़ा रिसर्च करते करते हमको पता चला कि जो जलकुंभी है, जिसे हम लोग इंग्लिश में वाटर हाइसिंथ कहते हैं, सो ये एक खरपतवार है जो हमारे वेटलैंड इकोसिस्टम को बर्बाद कर रहा है. तो यही जानने के बाद, इसके ऊपर थोड़ा डिटेल्स करने के बाद, इसी का फाइबर को एक्सट्रैक्ट करने के बाद हम लोग इससे पेपर बनाने लगे.
Once the water hyacinth reaches the production unit, it is dried and its fibers are extracted before being turned into pulp. With a mix of machines and skilled craftsmanship, this pulp is transformed into paper sheets, which are then made into notebooks, diaries, and a range of eco-friendly stationery. The vision of Kumbhi-kagaz is simple: local resources, local people, and sustainable products. With the power of digital platforms, this startup has moved beyond local markets and now connects with customers across India.
डिजिटल इंडिया की वजह से हमें बहुत सुविधा प्राप्त हुई है. हमारा जो बैंडविड्थ है सेल करने का, पहले हम लोग ऑफलाइन में जाते थे, ऑफलाइन मार्केट प्लेसेस पे डिपेंडेंट थे. तो ऑफलाइन मार्केट प्लेसेस में बहुत दिक्कत आता था कि हम लोग को जो सेलर्स हैं उनके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट रहना पड़ता था. अभी ये डिजिटल इंडिया होने की वजह से अभी हर नागरिक के हाथ में स्मार्टफोन्स है, तो हम उन तक पहुंच सकते हैं और हम अपना जो वैल्यू है, जो अपना स्टोरी टेलिंग है, वो अपने मुंह से खुद उन तक एंड यूज़र तक पहुंचा सकते हैं.
Today, many nearby families are part of this initiative. By removing water hyacinth and supplying it to the unit, they earn a steady income. What was once a threat to the lake has now become an opportunity for local communities. With support from the Forest Department and the local management committee, the plant is purchased directly from villagers, ensuring the benefits reach those doing the work. The result is a true win-win. The lake is slowly being restored, and local incomes are rising.
फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट जीएमसी बोला है. जीएमसी जो फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट का इन लोग मटेरियल जो खरीद रहा है फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट का है, उसको गरीब उन लोग गरीब आदमी है, इसलिए फ़ायदा हुआ है. थोड़ा जो गरीब आदमी मंजूरी कर रहा है उसको थोड़ा थोड़ा फ़ायदा हुआ है, और ज़्यादा के काम करने से अच्छा होगा.
This startup also received recognition from Prime Minister Narendra Modi's radio program, Mann Ki Baat. What began as a small local initiative in Assam now shows how determined young innovators can protect the environment while creating new livelihood opportunities. A plant once seen as a burden on lakes has been reimagined as a symbol of innovation and sustainability. An inspiring startup story from a transforming India. In Gujarat's Mehsana district, Chandonki village is setting a remarkable example of unity and collective living. At the heart of this spirit is a unique community kitchen, where elderly residents gather every day to share meals and companionship. More than just food, it strengthens bonds, reduces loneliness, and reflects the village's deep-rooted culture of brotherhood, cooperation, and respect for elders.
In a time when rapid urbanization and busy lifestyles are often weakening social bonds, Chandanki village in Gujarat's Mehsana district is quietly setting an inspiring example of unity and collective living through its unique community kitchen initiative. The village, home to many elderly residents, runs a community kitchen where senior citizens gather at a fixed time every day to share meals together. Villagers contribute both financially and through voluntary service to ensure the kitchen operates regularly.
सभी लोग गांव वाला सभी हमारा कर्मयोगी भोजनालय इसमें हमें भोजन करते हैं। एक साथ टोकरी बजती है तो सब भोजन करने के लिए जाते हैं और बाद में घर जाके आराम करके बाद में उठ के हम सभी पाछा भजन कीर्तन करते हैं और शाम को भजन कीर्तन भी करते हैं और साथ में बैठ के अच्छी बात करते हैं। हमारा गांव गोकुलिया गांव जैसा गांव है।
The initiative was started nearly 15 years ago to ensure the elderly villagers, many of whom live alone as their families have moved to cities or abroad, do not have to struggle with cooking or feel isolated. Residents say that beyond food, the daily gatherings provide emotional support and a sense of routine for the elderly.
हमारा गांव सब लोग एक संप से रहते हैं, यूनिटी ज़्यादा है। किसी काम का कोई जो निर्णय लेना है सब साथ मिलकर लेते हैं।
Chandanki reminds us that a strong society isn't built by development alone, but by people standing together, respecting one another, and caring for each other like a family.
Now, let's delve into World in Focus, featuring the latest global developments and events shaping our world.
A free comeback concert for Korean boy band BTS in Central Seoul next week is expected to draw up to 260,000 people. The Ministry of the Interior said, making it one of the largest public gatherings in the area since the 2002 World Cup. The chart-topping K-pop group is marking the release of its first new album in more than 3 years with a free concert on March 21st, before it embarks on a global tour in April. The one-hour event, stretching from Gwangwon Square to City Hall in the heart of South Korea's capital, will be streamed live on Netflix to 190 countries, drawing global attention amid heightened domestic scrutiny over crowd safety. Authorities plan to deploy around 4,800 police officers and 3,400 officials from the city of Seoul and related organizations to manage crowd flow, emergency response, and anti-terrorism measures, local media reported. In the vibrant heart of El Alto, the first major indigenous city in South America, founded by Aymara migrants since colonial times, barista Amalia Corina Tinta moves proudly behind the counter of her cafe. As the country's reportedly first Kalida barista, she stands in her polera and braided hair, preparing specialty coffee with a craftsperson's precision and a trailblazer's confidence at her Cafe Café. Her journey, celebrated ahead of International Women's Day, embodies identity, resilience, and the growing visibility of indigenous women in Bolivia's thriving coffee industry. Every morning, the 31-year-old ties on her apron and fastens her traditional earrings before beginning the ritual she has mastered: measuring, grinding, blooming, and extracting. Today, She is a certified professional barista and brewing specialist, skilled in cupping and multiple brewing methods. Though Café is not the first specialty cafe in El Alto, it stands as a symbol of a fast-growing movement. The La Paz region produces most of Bolivia's high-altitude coffee, with Caranavi widely known as the country's coffee capital. In 2024, Bolivia exported nearly 2,500 metric tons of coffee worth over $15 million, mainly to the US, 34%, Belgium, Luxembourg, 17%, and France and Germany, 6%, according to the Bolivian Institute of Foreign Trade.
We now take you to Lucknow, often called the city of Nawabs, where every street reflects elegance and history. Known for its celebrated tehzeeb, or graceful etiquette, the city blends culture, craftsmanship, and style into everyday life. Here, tradition is not confined to the past. It inspires modern fashion, food, and art. From the aroma of its iconic kebabs to the sweetness of kulfi, every flavor tells a story of a city where heritage and contemporary life come together beautifully. Lucknow introduces itself through its stunning architecture. The iconic Rumi Darwaza, or Rumi Gate, stands with royal elegance, while the Husainabad Clock Tower quietly marks the rhythm of the city. But beyond these historic landmarks, a new Lucknow is moving fast, where businesses are growing and young dreams are taking shape. The journey then enters the delicate world of chikankari embroidery. Simple fabric is transformed by skilled artisans using intricate stitches like bakia, fanda, muri, and jali. Once finished, these handcrafted pieces travel across the world, carrying with them the timeless artistry of Lucknow.
बेसिकली इंडिया में आउट ऑफ इंडिया तो हमारे यहाँ 95% हर जगह माल जाता है इंडिया के अंदर, ठीक है। आउट ऑफ इंडिया में जैसे दुबई हो गया, आपका काठमांडू हो गया, सिंगापुर हो गया, जैसी जैसी डिमांड होती है तो कस्टमर खुद कांटेक्ट करता है एंड उस हिसाब से वो परचेज़ करता है। जो भी उसको स्टॉक चाहिए रहता है, मैं फ़ोटोज़ भेजता हूँ व्हाट्सएप पे एंड उनको जो भी स्टॉक में जो चीज़ें उसमें समझ में आती है उस हिसाब से डिमांड, जिस प्रोडक्ट की उनको ज़्यादा लगती है उस हिसाब से वो परचेज़ करके मुझसे बाय करते हैं।
Between historic monuments and the delicate art of chikankari embroidery, Lucknow is shaping a new chapter. At the Asma Hussain Institute of Fashion Technology, designer Asma Hussain is giving this traditional craft a modern twist, bringing chikankari from heritage wardrobes to contemporary runways and youth fashion.
We use modern silhouettes. We work on the modern contemporary designs. Sometimes we are, instead of making paisley or the flowers, we make some geometrical designs, and we are doing it on shirts, on skirts or scarves, and male shirts also for men. So that is how we keep it relevant for the youngsters.
In the streets of Lucknow, food is more than just a meal. It becomes a lasting memory. From the legendary galuti kebabs of Tunde Kebabi to the rich sweetness of Prakash Kulfi, each plate proudly carries forward a culinary tradition. Here, every bite reflects Lucknow's heritage of refinement, flavor, and warm hospitality. Back on the streets of Lucknow, the atmosphere comes alive with rising smoke, sizzling grills, and the rich aroma of spices as visitors gather to experience its famous street food. Since 1905, Tunde Kebabi has been known for its legendary galuti kebabs. Soft, flavorful, and deeply rooted in tradition. One bite is enough to understand why this dish has become a symbol of Lucknow's culinary heritage.
हम लोग क्वालिटी पर ख़ास ध्यान रखते हैं। अभी तक हम तो फ्रेंचाइजी अभी नहीं दे रहे हैं। जो भी है अपना आउटलेट है, कमीनाबाद है, दूसरे कपूरथला है और तीसरे जो है वो हुसैनाबाद है और दोबग्गा है, लुलु मॉल है। तो ये अभी आउटलेट अपने ही चल रहे हैं।
So Lucknow as such is so it has its own ancient philosophy in terms of the royalty which is there, in terms of the food and in the culture and especially the language.
But in Lucknow, a meal never truly ends without a sweet farewell. At Prakash Kulfi, the energy rises again. Orders flow in, spoons clink, and the crowd gathers faster than the dessert melts. Each serving brings a taste of nostalgia, celebration, and pure comfort.
हमारे यहाँ कुल्फी की खासियत ये है कि ये मतलब जो अभी पुराने तरीके से बनाई जाती है, जैसे इसका दूध जो होता है भट्ठी पे पकाया जाता है कोयले की आंच में, और इसका जमाने का प्रोसेस ये मटके में नमक और बर्फ़ डाल के इसको जमाया जाता है, जिससे इसका टेस्ट जो है और भी मतलब ज़्यादा निखल के आता है.
In Lucknow, history is not confined to monuments. It lives in its crafts, flavors, and everyday life. From the elegance of chikankari embroidery to the legendary taste of tunde kababi and Prakash Kulfi, the city beautifully blends tradition with modern energy, keeping its timeless charm alive for a new generation. If you love fruit-based drinks, here's a unique story from Meghalaya in India's northeast. Known for its scenic hills and waterfalls, the state is now gaining attention for its fruit wine. What once began as a household tradition is now turning into a fresh startup idea, bringing the local flavors of Meghalaya to a new generation. A favorite destination for nature lovers, Meghalaya is known for its misty hills, waterfalls, and vibrant culture. Beyond its scenic beauty, the state also has a rich tradition of fruit winemaking. At Umpolio Winery, a home-based unit, wines are crafted from local fruits like soyang berries and pineapple using traditional small-scale methods. For visitors, the winery offers not just a drink, but a taste of Meghalaya's culture and history.
There's a lot of tourists who are eager to carry something back like a memento, so that's what I decided, that we also have a lot of fruits which were underutilized, so that's why I decided to make fruit wine, because I can easily make the wine and also use it as a mode of earning money.
Meet Kazan, a young team member at Umpolio Winery in Meghalaya. He represents a new generation discovering fresh opportunities in the region's growing fruit wine industry, where local tradition is blending with modern entrepreneurial spirit.
Study on wine circuits in the East Khasi Hills, and my cousin at that time, he had already started this wine business. So, and I knew a lot of people who were making wine, so I thought maybe I'll do a research on that. After that, after I finished my master's, I was working here and there. A few years later, my cousin, he came up to me and he asked me if I wanted to join him in his venture.
The growth of fruit wine production in Meghalaya has also been supported by changes in the state's excise policy, encouraging more local producers to formalize and expand their businesses.
I'm very thankful to Conrad, our Chief Minister. He's very supportive. This government has been, doing a lot of things with regards to fruit wine. They are the one who make amendment to the 377 rule, excise rule, which they amend. They added a homemade wine policy 2020.
While home wineries continue to preserve tradition, Meghalaya's fruit wine industry is also stepping into a more modern phase. At Kinjay Winery, production happens in a well-equipped, organized facility. Here, scientific fermentation methods, strict quality checks, and modern bottling and packaging techniques are used to meet growing market demand, blending traditional flavors with contemporary innovation.
This concept of proper winery started when we actually went to Nasik. The government actually took us on an excursion tour, or a tour where we actually saw how wine was being made in Nasik. And this tickled my brain, where to actually, why can't we do it out here also?
From the traditional charm of Umpolio Winery to the modern facilities at Kinjay Winery, Meghalaya's fruit wine industry tells a story of transformation, where heritage, entrepreneurship, and tourism blend together to create a vibrant new identity. From homemade brews to rising startups, fruit wine in Meghalaya blends tradition with innovation, giving the state's rich produce a fresh identity and opportunities. And with that, we wrap up today's episode of My India. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh, and we'll see you next week at the same time. Goodbye and take care.